Hi, it's Trudy again. Update. I told you in my last video I was having a biopsy done, a lung biopsy on January 25th. I had that done. One of the complications that can arise from a lung biopsy is a lung collapse. That happened to me. It's technically called a pneumothorax, and what it is the membrane that surrounds the lung, called a pleura. It gets filled with air. When the lung is punctured, it leaks air into this pleural sac, and the air has to be withdrawn, otherwise it causes the lung to collapse. As they were doing the biopsy, this happened, so they were right there with the CT scan, saw it, and pulled the air out, and the lung reinflated, and they kept me an extra long time to make sure it was okay, but it never really was okay. I came home and still was unable to breathe with just moving from one room to another. I would be gasping for air. So I called them back after a few days and told them it just wasn't getting any better, and they had me back in for a chest x-ray, found that the lung had collapsed again, and then subsequently put me in the hospital. In the hospital, they did a chest tube insertion, which they insert a tube through your chest wall into this pleural sac to suck out, and they have a machine that does this, suck out the air and whatever else might be trapped in there at this time. This whole process, as well as keeping me a few extra hours and doing a final x-ray to make sure everything was okay. This was four days in the hospital. I've come home, I'm on oxygen. The oxygen is supposed to be temporary, and it is to allow the lung to complete its healing process. Big air sacs, little air sacs inside the lung, and the big air sacs heal faster than the little ones do, to make it all kind of short and simple. The staff was exceptionally nice, very professional, gave us anything we wanted. My granddaughter was with me, bless her little heart. She was supposed to be in North Carolina auditioning for America's Got Talent. She was supposed to be basking in that the crowd and the excitement and getting her big opportunity, and instead she was disconnecting the leads to my monitors and helping me to and from the bathroom. Bless her heart. She's 15. You know, we need to cut her a little break. I've got to say about my granddaughter, we've had our problems in the recent past. Granddaughter, grandmother, living together. It's, you know, there's a generation missing there that was really needed for fluid movement. But she's really stepped up. This kid's really stepped up. I see her becoming almost motherly with me, and not complaining a bit, not a bit. She, like I said, she missed her big moment here, and I feel so badly about that. I wanted to go too, but it wasn't my big moment. It was hers, and she took it like a champ. Getting back to health issues. Don't know what's going on with COPD. I'm not even certain if I have COPD. They diagnosed it as such, but could it be what was going on in my lung? Actually, the end result of the biopsy, I might add, was there is no cancer. Thank God. Yay me. Fibrous tissue, which I guess is a concern. It's a little bit to be considered, but not the same as cancer. And I'm grateful. Again, always grateful. I come back to that, and it's no lie. I'm grateful. So insurance. I have on the breast cancer treatment program. It's called Breast and Cervical Cancer Treatment Program. It's under Medicaid for anyone who has these two issues, breast cancer or cervical cancer. Check into this. It's a really good program. It will take care of you, anything that goes on, anything. If you have a heart attack, if you have diabetes, no matter what's going on, while you are under this program, it will take care of it. Not just the breast cancer, not just the cervical cancer, but anything. And it will do it as long as you're being treated. In my case, I was taking a 5-year medication, and at the end of the 5 years, I lose the insurance, and that's what's happening now. So March 1st, I will no longer have insurance. Hopefully the oxygen will be gone, because if it's not, it's gone anyway. I mentioned this to the delivery man, excuse me, and he said that they would come and pick it up. So this is the way it is. I can't afford the $300+ a month for oxygen. And if it's only a temporary thing, I'm just going to hope that I'm off of it and better by that time. I'm certainly going to do everything I can to make that happen. I'm missing my elliptical really, really, really much. I had developed that habit, of exercising several times a week and sometimes multiple times in a day, and now I don't have it, and I'm really missing that. But I can't do it just yet. I have to let the lung heal. Now, I guess the next thing I want to talk about is what do we do about the problem with health insurance, the problem with the rising numbers of us going into poverty level. The ones of us still, we're working. I'm working. I've lost paydays. I've lost work. It's going to seriously, excuse me, a little lung thing. It's going to seriously affect me for months to come. I don't know how long, but it's going to affect me for a long time. At one time I had a savings, but I got to tell you, even with the breast cancer treatment program, just the losses involved with treating breast cancer or any kind of major illness like that, they can just wipe you out. And I kind of got wiped out. Working the 3 jobs, but I'm not working 2 of them. One of them I work from my home, and I can continue to do that. It doesn't pay a whole lot. None of them do by themselves. So I piece it together. It's going to matter. It's going to matter like real soon. Today I don't have to worry because, well, I do have to worry. How am I going to make my car payments? How am I going to pay my electric bill? Which went down because we've been really watching everything electrical. So, going back to the poverty issue. I heard this statistic. This has been about a month ago. And I'm thinking I heard it correctly, that there are more of us in the poverty level now than before, that roughly half of us have fallen into low income or poverty, and I'm not sure from what time to what time. I'm guessing they're basing it maybe on census records. Sometimes these just dribble out for years after the census is taken. So anyway, so then this starts me thinking about the middle class, which I once was in the middle class. What happened to them? Did they become millionaires? No. They slid down into this low-income poverty level, just kind of like I did. One thing, another thing, and pretty soon, there you are. You're scratching out a living, just trying to support yourself and your kid. I don't know what we could do about that. I've been giving that a lot of thought. What can you really do about that? This is a whole government, social issue that encompasses so many different things and touches so many millions of people. My camera's doing something. I hope it's not going to show up on the video. If it does, my apologies. So, here's our election year. What can we do? I vote every year, or every time it comes up. It's sometimes, this local election or whatever, but I vote. My name's on that list. I'm in there voting. I no longer believe my vote counts, but I still vote just in case I'm wrong. I don't want to be the one that let the bad guy get in because I was stupid and stayed home. So all I can say is maybe we just need to do something, find some kind of way to make these politicians accountable. It isn't okay to speak badly of the poor and to say, oh, I misspoke. Sorry, I heard it, and you were talking about me. I didn't appreciate it, and to say sorry you misspoke, you didn't get my vote, buddy. Anything like that. We just got to be smart, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. If you guys know the answer, let me know, because I want to do something. I want it to count. I don't want to be just one of a herd of sheep going through, marking my little piece of paper, sticking it in there, and choosing from the least of the worst. I don't want to do that anymore. Somebody has to step up. The way I'm looking at it right now, because of my own personal situation, is if my 15-year-old granddaughter can step up, why can't these grown men do it? It's time, guys. Do it. Step up. Someone lead this charge. I gotta quit because I just can't keep on running these numbers up on this thing, and I see the cameras doing crazy stuff. So I'm gonna say I'm grateful, thankful to be here. Probably not saying much of any value, but maybe somebody learned about pneumothorax. So once again, see ya.